Hello and welcome to this masterclass on trademark portfolio management. My name's Georgy Evans and I'm CEO of Firhill Consulting, which is a legal services consulting company. Today I'm going to be talking about my specialty, which is trademark portfolio management and some other related rights, and we'll be covering in particular budgeting and how to manage costs, how to get the best out of your litigation strategy, and also how to make the most of your filing and searching strategy. I think there are a number of ways that one can protect a new product launch. One very cost-effective way is to obtain copyright protection or at least secure a copyright assignment in the new artwork. So one of the bits of detective work it really helps to do is to try and sit down with your marketing colleagues and their designers and find out exactly who was working on that project and try to get assignments from any external consultants who are working on it. A further way of controlling costs and reducing unnecessary spend is to do your searches and indeed your filings in tranches. Assuming that you want to do a knockout search, you can do a very quick online search which will bring up any big problems, identical marks in major markets. Assuming that's clear, then what I would do is do the full searches, the in-depth searches in tranches. So you would choose perhaps your 5 or 6 biggest markets first and search the marks that you're interested in there and then roll it out gradually. One of the easiest ways to make a big impact very quickly on costs is to review which marks you're renewing. In every portfolio, marks get renewed perhaps automatically when times are good or perhaps not as stringently looked at as to how hard a registration is working. Typically, in any trademark portfolio, between 40 and 50% of spend is on renewals. So by doing that review, you can actually cut quite a significant proportion of the budget. The other thing you can do is to treat your filing strategy much more circumspectly. So if you have a new product, you will probably want to be filing the trade name if it's a completely new brand name, but you may not want to file for the sub-brands even if they are distinctive enough to stand alone. You may not want to file for the pack design, particularly if it's not likely to be lasting very long, and you may not want to file for a pack design in different colours. With litigation and to some extent oppositions or cancellations, you can choose your targets with more care. You may decide when times are hard and the budgets are restricted that you are simply not going to try to aim for such a wide protection and a wide exclusion zone, if you like, around your brand equity. You may decide that actually you can live with a smaller exclusion zone, whether that's in terms of the marks that are similar or in terms of the products that are similar to yours. If you're looking at outsourcing, you can perhaps look at outsourcing something that is very easily verifiable as to cost, something like renewals. You don't necessarily need to put your renewals with the lawyers who do your opposition work or your filings. And there are a lot of what I'd call IP aggregators, the people who will, gather up an awful lot of renewals from a number of different clients and place them in bulk with external lawyers themselves, and with that increased bulk, more than just one corporation could possibly harness, they can really push the price down. Of course, the big projects, big assignment projects, change of name projects, where organisations have gone through some corporate change, again, those can be quite successfully outsourced. It's very labour-intensive work. It's really, again, not necessarily very subtle work, and it is just getting people to do it and to do it well. My feeling is that it's always worth looking at the possibility of outsourcing because it's a good chance to really assess what the current needs are against current budget of a trademark group. And I think assessing it doesn't necessarily commit you to outsourcing everything that you possibly can, but there may be elements where you can outsource it cost effectively, and actually then also free up time of the in-house practitioners to do perhaps higher quality work or work that helps to expand on the responsibilities of the individuals, or indeed just work that is much more high profile internally. And IP groups are having to prove that they are of value to the company, and that does involve a little bit of internal PR.